Here it comes from the wonderful Bob's Magic Emporium in beautiful sunny Maryland. Bigger and better than ever. Game shows, magic, and a whole lot more coming up on The New Talk is Right. And now, here's your host, the Magic Man of Maryland, Mr. 444RR.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Bob's Magic Emporium. Time for the next all-new The New Talk is Right. The weekly UCast with game shows, magic, and more. First of all, before we get to today's show, I got to say a wonderful round of applause to our announcer, the Zach Man 18, for doing that wonderful intro. We're 3 weeks in, and I still love that intro. It's still my favorite. Thank you, Zach. And also, if you didn't see it last week, New Talk is Right, no cards. What? Pretty cool. I like that. All right. So let's get started. We always start off with game show news. Let's jump right into it. I want to first talk about a new game, a new TV station debuting this summer in 30% of major markets across the country. And the new station is called Buzzer TV. If you haven't heard of this, classic game show fans, get ready to have a heart attack, because I about did when I heard about Buzzer TV. What is Buzzer TV? Well, it's going to be a network that shows Fremantle Media classic game shows. This is so exciting. If you don't know, Fremantle Media is the parent company to like American Idol and some other TV shows as well, including various game shows like Family Feud and that kind of thing. But they actually bought the rights to Goodson Todman library of game shows like The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal back in the 2000s. And they're now going to be showing lots of classic game shows on this new channel, on this new TV channel. And I have the lineup, and boy, is there some good stuff here. There is going to be Card Sharks, Blockbusters, What's My Line, Beat the Clock, Match Game, Password to Tell the Truth, Press Your Luck, Family Feud, Let's Make a Deal, the Monty Hall version, and the Price is Right. I am so excited about this. This is going to be so awesome. I cannot wait for this. Now, again, not every market in the country is going to get this. Only 37%, so I really hope we get it here in Washington, D.C., because I really want to see Buzzer TV. It's going to be so fun to see classic Price is Right again, too. This will be so much fun. This will be exactly like what GSN used to be back when it first premiered. So I'm very excited about this. And this brings us to this week's YouTube Speaks portion of our New Talk is Right. If you're excited for Buzzer TV, post your thoughts down below, and I'll read some next week on the show. Speaking of last week's YouTube Speaks, I asked about the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader returning, and Super Twister. I know I don't have the full name here. I'm sorry about that. I know his name is Super Twister. He said he's excited to see Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. He asked a question which I forgot to report on last week. He said, is Jeff Foxworthy returning as host? Yes, he's going to be back as the host of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. So very excited to see Jeff Foxworthy come back as the host for that show. Alright, another classic game show maybe making its return. Warner Brothers is pitching a revival of the 1983 to 1994 Chuck Woolery hosted game show Love Connection, which will be very exciting. And not much is known about this Love Connection, except that they're pitching the host to be Lonnie Love. If you don't know who she is, she's on the talk show The Real right now. She also used to be on some of the True TV shows where they bring in like C-list celebrities and have them react to videos and things. And she also was the lunch lady on Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide on Nickelodeon back in 2005, which I love that show, by the way. That was a great show. So, very cool to see Love Connection come back, too. Or possibly come back. Alright, so I'm calling this a game show in air quotes because it's at midnight. The Comedy Central show, which if you haven't seen it, it's more of like the Whose Line Is It Anyway style game show where they award fake points and have a fake winner at the end of the show. They did Press Your Luck on the show this past week, but instead of calling it Press Your Luck, it was Troll Your Luck. They trolled various celebrities' Twitter feeds, and they picked various tweets from various celebrities, and they had the three celebrities who were on the show, they had them react to the celebrities' Twitter posts that they did. Very funny, but very adult language. They have the uncut and the unbleeped version on ComedyCentral.com. So if you're old enough, go check it out. Because it is very funny, especially the Dr. Phil. The Dr. Phil tweet is hilarious. So go check that out. But I'm fair warning, a lot of adult language in there, and it is uncut. So definitely go check it out if you're old enough. And finally, CNN, the financial TV station, is getting its own game show hosted by Anderson Cooper. It premieres on President's Day, February 15th. Now, that's all I have for this game show. Anderson Cooper and the premiere date. Right now, they're in the planning phases for it. If you can believe it, they're actually in the planning phases, and it's less than a month away. So, I don't know what's going to happen here when this game show premieres on President's Day. No information is given about it, except that it is going to be a CNN game show hosted by Anderson Cooper. So, who knows? Okay, next is the Magic-related news, and we have two pieces of news. It's Magic on TV, and if you didn't know, Wizard Wars season premiere is this coming Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central, and that's Thursday the 29th. And Wizard Wars is, of course, where two teams of two magicians go and compete for $10,000 using everyday objects. And right after Wizard Wars, a brand new show premieres called Close-Up Kings, where three New York close-up magician friends do magic for unsuspecting people. Now, that's all that's known, too. We don't know much about that show either. So, all we know that it's going to be close-up magic done for people with three guys right after Wizard Wars. So, we'll see how that show is going to air. Now, the weird thing is that's such a weird time. Like, Wizard Wars is going to be on at 10. It has to be because it's right after SmackDown, WWE SmackDown. But then you have it on at 11, which I don't know how it's going to do at 11 o'clock, but we'll definitely see what happens for the numbers and the ratings after it premieres. Alright, and now it's time for a new segment on the show, probably the only time we're going to do this segment. We're going over to the sports desk. We are at the sports desk. Alright, well that's fine. Here we go. We have two sports stories this week. Now, if you're a NASCAR fan, I don't really like NASCAR that much. A lot of people do. But if you haven't heard, a very famous NASCAR driver who drives the DuPont number 24 car, Jeff Gordon, has announced this will be his final full year as a driver. Jeff Gordon has said he's going to retire from full racing after the 2015 season. He's still going to drive here and there, but not as a full-time driver. So that's going to be a lot of NASCAR fans are very disappointed about that because a lot of people really like Jeff Gordon. But so congrats to him. And the Daytona 500 is going to be the third or fourth. I think it's the third week in February. So if you're a fan of NASCAR or you like watching cars go real fast in a circle, then Daytona 500 is for you. It's like the Super Bowl of NASCAR. Alright, and I know a lot of people who are subscribed to my channel really love WWE wrestling. And there was a very awesome news story. If you haven't heard, it blew up social media this week. I think it blew it up on like Wednesday. No, it was Tuesday. And Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, real name is Paul Vasquez, is right now, as per the storyline, he's a villain right now, or as they call it in wrestling, a heel. Now, I used to watch WWE back in the 90s when it was really good. WWE was really good when it was actually World Wrestling Federation, when it was WWF back in the 90s. That was when it was really good. But Triple H, who has been around for years, since it was WWF, he's been around since like the mid-90s. Right now as a heel, he basically is the runner of the whole show. He runs Monday Night Raw, the flagship show. That's the show that's always shot live on WWE, unless they're overseas. Right now he's a villain, and on Monday night he was sitting at ringside right in front of this young fan. And the young fan happened to be a John Cena fan, which I'm sure a lot of you know that name. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you probably heard the name John Cena. He's like the face of the company right now. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the face back in the 90s. John Cena's the face right now of the company. And this young fan is a John Cena fan. And Triple H turned around, and as the villain, he was in character, turned around, started, bantering with this young fan back and forth, and the young fan was pretty upset that John Cena wasn't doing well in the match. Well, at the end of the match, he actually won the match. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Monday Night Raw, which I hope you have. But John Cena won the match, but during the middle of the match, John Cena was not looked like he was going to win the match. So this young fan started crying, one, because John Cena wasn't winning, and two, because you have this very powerful man sitting right in front of you who's giving you a little taunting. You know, just kind of, I'm sure, playfully teasing with this young fan. Well, he started to cry, and Triple H did the most amazing thing, and it blew up social media because I'm assuming the boy's father I'm assuming that's who it was, took pictures, and Triple H actually broke character and went and hugged this young fan and consoled this young fan. And consoled the young fan and took the young fan backstage after the show and gave him a John Cena swag package. I gotta tell you, I love Triple H, not right now because, of course, he is the villain, and, you know, you always love the faces, which is what they call the good guys, and then the heels are the villains. You always hate the villains, no matter how much you love them. You love the heels, 2 years ago. But I love Triple H as a man, and I love him even more now that he took the time to do that and break character for this young fan. Unfortunately, no video of the incident, or not really of the incident, of this wonderful event took place because the TV cameras weren't pointed at him. But still, it was great that Triple H actually broke character and did that. So much respect to you, Paul. Very cool, Paul Vasquez, Triple H. All right. Now, away from the sports desk we go, back to some news stories, and Oreo cookies. Man, Oreo is an American as apple pie in baseball. Well, they're introducing a brand new Oreo cookie flavor just in time for Valentine's Day. Red Velvet. Oh, man. A lot of people love Red Velvet. This is going to probably be really good. Oreo cookie with Red Velvet filling. Oh, man. I bet you that's going to be really good. So be on the lookout for that hitting store shelves very soon, just in time for Valentine's Day. I love it. I think the best thing is, my favorite thing is Chips Ahoy cookies, and they've come out with some really unique flavors over the past year. My favorite is Oreo cream-filled Chips Ahoy cookies. Those things are excellent. Those things are to die for. So addicting. All right, the next story is Houston, Texas, Rice University senior did something to his dorm room. If you haven't heard of this, this just made me smile, and I think this is awesome. A Rice University senior turned his dorm room into a giant ball pit. This is such an amazing story. I love this. The senior imported 26 large boxes of plastic ball pit balls from China. And they contained 13,000 balls altogether, and it was actually followed by Homeland Security. Homeland Security thought he was smuggling something illegal into the country, but he was just bringing in plastic balls into the country, and he turned his dorm room into a giant ball pit. And there's more to this story because on the front of his dorm room door, he posted some rules for his ball pit: no peeing, and make out and get out. So very, very funny. Great story. If I was away at college, if I actually went away to school, I would love to turn my dorm room into a ball pit. I think that'd be awesome. And if you haven't seen the pictures, go Google dorm room ball pit, because it's pretty funny to go see this guy sitting in he's basically in this picture, he has balls all the way up to his neck, and it's so hilarious to see this giant dorm room turn into this, or this small little dorm room turn into this giant ball pit. It's so cool. So cool. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this week's The New Talk is Right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to join us every Saturday right here for an all-new The Talk is Right. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. If you'd like to see more awesome content, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. New videos are posted every day of the week. Also, check out my website and register so you can post in the forums. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like me on Facebook, add me to your Google Plus circles, and check out my merchandise store to pick up some awesome swag. 444RR, game shows, magic, and more.